Hello everyone and welcome back to our Lost Eidolons playthrough. It's episode number 7. Last time we made it to the outskirts of Castilian where we got attacked by hellhounds and we fought them off. And now because we completed chapter 4 we can upgrade new classes. So we're all a bunch of peasants with one noble. Now we can all move them up. So Eden can go from commoner. I guess he has to go to squire. Instead of fighter or mage. Okay. Yep, so he's now a squire. Beginner class built for defense, wield sword, shield, and spear, loyal to the end. Squires draw focus from their allies by provoking foes in battle. Ooh, love the armor switch. Robin, oh my god. Robin can now be a fighter. Beginner class with decent mobility, tailored for offense, wields axe, sword, and bow. Looks like everyone gets fresh armor. Andrea also becomes a fighter. No surprises there. She's definitely a fighter. A mage. Beginner class specializing in magic. Wields spells for attacking and healing. Marshall has gone from noble to mage. Ooh, cool upgrade. Same thing with Leonard. Kind of surprised. I figured he would be a squire. Really? Robert becomes a squire? I would have thought a fighter for Robert because of the whole provoking foes. And I would have thought for Leon, he would have been the squire. But I guess I can't switch him to a squire. He has to go to fighter. Okay, then. And he's a squire, Francisco. No, Francisco should have been a fighter. Well, no, I disagree with all of this. Or with most of this. Fighter, yes. Fighter, yes. Mage, yes. I think you should be a squire. You should be a fighter. You should be a squire. You should be a fighter. Alright, let's go ask Francisco about the situation. Things that go bump in the night. But first, let's chat with our attendant.
Sir, any information I can provide?
Thanks for the advice. We'll talk again soon.
Nothing new. Okay, that's good to know. Let's see. Leon. No Francisco with him this time. See what the camp looks like this time, if it's the same overview or what. Yeah, same style. We'll make sure to talk with everyone, and hopefully... Ooh, we got a general goods shop now. Hopefully get some rapport up. Civil unrest, the Imperial Army, Imperial coinage, and Inquisitors. Okay, well... New codex stuff. The Inquisitors. Key mid-level officials in the Imperial bureaucracy that... Oh my god, that hurts so bad. Inquisitors are special administrators given broad powers to audit local lords on behalf of the Empire. No, 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 no. Calling someone like that an Inquisitor and not a tax official hurts my brain. Ostensibly, their purpose is to serve as a check on corruption, but with little oversight, most are corrupt themselves and earn a comfortable living by looking the other way. I can understand having Inquisitors who are corrupt, who are supposed to be, like, making sure that law and order is held, but calling them key mid-level officials and not individuals with the power of life and death hurts. Nonetheless, some are indeed well-meaning individuals striving to reform a broken system from within, an uphill battle in which they receive little support. We'll deal with coinage too, because we're going to need to. Imperial coinage. Prior to the unification of Artemesia, most of its kingdoms had their own currencies. After the empire was established and the kingdoms became provinces, their native currencies were abolished and a gold standard imposed. Manufactured exclusively in the capital city of Leroy Hour, the imperial gold piece is one more system of oppressive control. New coins printed sporadically and tax rates that change all the time. The buying power of gold fluctuates constantly. House Zerpiel weaponizes this volatility to influence markets, enriching its allies and starving its enemies. As a result, imperial coinage is intensely unpopular. Favorite rebel talking point for gaining both common recruits and noble allies, many of whom lost a fortune in the conversion. Okay. The Imperial Army. Initially assembled As the conquering force of House Zerpiel, the Imperial Army has since expanded to plant eyes and ears across Artemesia. But with the Empire in decline and public animus on the rise, the Army's mission has gradually shifted from maintaining order to exterminating rebellion. That task has been made more difficult given the decline of the Army itself. Once a fearsome machine, its frontline forces were reserved for only the most vicious of warriors, while its upper echelons were dominated by the most brutal of tactical minds. Today, its ranks have been hollowed out by nepotism and... Yeah, okay. So this is, again, why I think them choosing 20 years really sucks. Because this kind of process takes a long time to go through. Nepotism isn't going to cause a hollowing out of the ranks in 20 years. Unless it's a really small army, which it's not by all indications if it can conquer an entire continent. So that does hurt it, in my opinion. This game story, they should have had Ludivicus or whatever his name is. I'm gonna butcher that name as hard as I try to pronounce it correctly. Should have been one in a succession who believed that he was gonna lead the Empire into glory days or something and cause problems. But the Empire should have been around for a few centuries under House Zerpiel. And you could have mentioned the fact, like, called his ancestor, who was also named that he styled himself after, was the one who sold the house and conquered the continent, or sold the holdings and conquered the continent. You know, stuff like that. Anyways, today's ranks have been hollowed out by nepotism and its forces spread thin across the provinces. While its current forces may lack the skill and experience of their predecessors, again, just pointing right back to that problem. They are not without menace, bolstered by overwhelming numbers and driven by the sure-footed leadership of High Commander Caspar. The Imperial Army remains a formidable challenge to any who would defy the Emperor as well. So yeah, just kind of going back, they really like chose too small of a time period for all this decline to occur. Civil unrest. Since Ludovicus first took power, an atmosphere of distrust has always been palpable in certain corners of Artemesia. Like you could have, say, since the first Ludovicus, or the original Ludovicus. You don't need to make it all one dude, because that does cause a lot of problems with the picture you're trying to paint. It makes it really unrealistic. And they clearly tried to make this game as realistic as possible. In the early days of the Empire, that distrust remained unspoken, with an endless stream of promises from the capital of impending stability and reform. Even House Zerpiel's fiercest enemies had little appetite for further violence, particularly as the continent was still reeling from war. But with the passing of time, greater and greater numbers of imperial subjects have grown frustrated by the Empire's rampant corruption, oppression, and neglect. As discontent has grown louder, imperial attempts to stifle it have grown increasingly heavy-handed, further fueling the gradual spiral toward a new civil war. So yeah, just once again, neglect takes a little bit more than 10-20 years for an empire, especially a feudal empire. It normally takes a little bit longer than that unless the neglect is absolutely immediate, and even then, some remnants of the old regime would still be operating in a way to limit that neglect, or like the effects of that neglect. So 20 years is just way too short of a time. 50 years is pushing it, but it would still be plausible for the thing that they're trying to hold here, which is this guy conquered everything and now he might be left with nothing. But 20 is just not enough time.
Hey.
We'll talk about fighting Hellhounds first. That was a pretty hectic fight. Seriously, for as many times we fought Hellhounds, that was by far the scariest. I don't know, the first time was pretty terrifying. God, I'd almost forgotten about that. I'll bet it was your fault, lol.
Ugh.
We would have never been anywhere near that barn if not for your stupid night patrols. Hey, the Luneta Town Watch Club was a respected pillar of the community. More like a bunch of dumb kids in dented helmets. I'll never forget that horse screaming. Thank the gods who managed to get it out. You did, you mean? All I did was open the stables and run. You're the one who barred the door and set the fire. I was just following your lead. If you hadn't been there, I would have charged in and gotten myself killed. Guess I have to stick around then. Someone's got to do your thinking for you.
Well...
No argument here. All right. Now let's
Okay.
chat to him about the monster behaviors.
Hey, Leon. What do you know about how monsters think?
All I know is how to kill him. To be honest, I've never given it more thought than that. Maybe Robert would know more about it?
Good thinking. I'll go talk to him.
New quest, Monstrous Studies. Let's see. Robin and Robert. He would have been in trouble if not for our defenses. Let's talk with Robin first.
Hi there.
Why the long face? Something on your mind, Robin? Oh, hey, Cap. I was just thinking about what we said earlier about how we might not get back to Lonetta for a while.
My mistake.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring you down. No, it's okay, it's just really starting to sink in. Worried? That's an understatement. Monsters we know how to deal with, but all this war and revolution stuff?
Yeah.
I know. Feels too big for us. I'm more worried about everybody back home. They'll manage, and so will we. One fight at a time.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, of course. One fight at a time. Let's talk to Robert.
Yeah?
How's it going?
Hi there.
I won't lie, Captain. The mood in camp's not good. Monster attacks are wearing on morale, especially so soon after leaving home.
Ah.
Try not to let it worry you. We've done everything we can to make sure it won't happen again. What's done is done. All we can do is move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Alright,
Yeah?
and now the monster behaviors.
Say, Robert, do you happen to know anything about hellhounds?
Hellhounds.
Yeah. If we knew more about how they think, it might be easier to run them off in the future.
Let me think. There was a book about monsters I brought with me from Lonetta. It's been a while since I read it, but you're welcome to take a look for yourself. Now, if I could just remember where I put it. Should be around here somewhere.
I'll help you look.
Fine by me.
Thanks, brother. Robert's tent is near the west side of camp. Okay, so over here. First, I thought you were a refugee. I wish they had, like, marked the cardinal points. Because I'm so lost right now. Okay, that's all for now. That just means we're safe now. Stop being such a wimp. Okay, there's Francisco. See the book. Right here. Open book. Trophy earned, silver, ready to learn. Complete the side quest, Monstrous Studies. I think this is the book Robert was telling me about. I should read it. Hellhounds, Dogs of War. Hellhounds, kind of giving me the Skyrim vibe with the books, are stray dogs that have grown vicious and mutated under the influence of mysterious magics. They roam in packs all over Artemesia, consumed by endless hunger, and pose a serious threat to unprepared travelers. When a hellhound meets its prey, it quickly closes distance and attacks with its razor-sharp teeth. Yeah, even wary creatures that attempt to keep their distance are not entirely safe. When necessary, hellhounds can vomit toxic blood to contaminate and disorient prey. Attacking hellhounds in the wild, travelers are advised never to show the creatures their back. The only reliable way to deal with them is head-on, letting steel do the talking. Despite their terrifying appearance and ferocious character, there have always been rumors that the beasts can be tamed if raised from birth. Whether there's any truth to these notions is a hotly debated topic around many a tavern table, but it is certainly true that many enterprising individuals have died trying. Quest complete, Monstrous Studies. There's another couple of things to read here. Prep time, sunset to evening bell. Serves 5 if nobody goes for seconds. Ingredients, a little oil, onion, whatever Pablo has in. Leon hates carrots, Robin loves corn. Water and cream, 1 pot rice, 1 el capon breast. To prepare rice and broth, wash rice, boil rice till second bell. Don't let Francisco lift the lid. Add water, cream, and everything else. While it's cooking, prepare the el capon. To prepare el capon, look for clawed tracks north of town. Approach from behind, stay upwind, send it back, throw net. If works, move in, break lugs, snap net, cook. If not, run. Make onion stew instead. wonder what El Capone is then. In this universe. Caramelized nuts, 1 gold piece. Andrea likes the crunchy ones with extra coats of sugar. So this I assume is Sarah's notes. 7 packs of tenderloin, shank, brisket jerky, 5 gold pieces. Ask for Daniel the butcher. Apparently his portions are the best. Potatoes, half a bag, 3 gold pieces. 10 cobs of corn, half a gold piece. Carrots, a quarter bag, 1 gold piece. 1 leather satchel, 5 gold pieces. 1 pot is 4 gold pieces. 2 arm's length of pattern fabric is 1 gold piece. 3 spools of dark thread, half a gold piece. 2 spools of pattern ribbon, half a gold piece. Thimble, 1 gold piece. 1 leather bound journal, 2 gold pieces. Oil pastels, 3 gold pieces. 2 vials from apothecary, 2 gold pieces. 2 packs of lemon tea, 1 pack of chamomile tea, 1 gold piece. Make sure to stop by the place Mrs. Wells recommended for pastries, 2 gold pieces for the mercenaries. Handkerchief, half a gold piece, gift for Mr. Eden. That's nice. Let's talk with Andrea first.
Yeah?
Are you two okay?
Hi there.
How are you and Sarah doing after that attack? We'll live. Is there anything you need from me? Yeah, better food. Seriously? You asked, I answered. The stuff we're serving now tastes like crap. Roberto's doing his best. Things will get better when we get to Castilian. In the meantime, if you don't like the food, you're welcome to grab a ladle and help.
No.
Screw you, I earned my keep in that fight. So did he. We all did. Ooh, that might have upset Sarah.
Hello. I can't thank you enough.
Oopsie. Okay. I like how the armor clinks. It's a cool little feature. Alright, I could talk to Francisco, but I'd rather wait for now, actually. And, see about that necklace we got. Lucky earring. Earring that bestows luck upon its holder. So I could use that as a gift then. But I don't know who I would gift it to. There's the merchant porter, who we'll talk to in a bit. Kind of annoying that the camps don't look any different from each other, but oh well. Well, actually, I guess it does a little bit. Where is soldier? Sir. Yeah, no Marshall in this one, that I can tell. Or at least not in this area, and I'm stuck. Soldier, Robert, Marshall. Oh, there's a note here. Lunetta report. Summary of recent events. Task in Lunetta failed. Local lord took extreme measures to protect corrupt enterprise. Lady Marshall was jailed but escaped with the aid of mercenary leader Eden. Village uprising ensued. Lord was taken captive and executed by a young woman, Sarah, causing new complications. Exercised poor restraint in expressing my anger. Disgraced Lady Marshall. Conclusion. Reflect and seek appropriate means of apology. Summation of present situation. Fugitives en route to rebel camp under mercenary captain Eden, lowborn, no surname. Leadership abilities unclear, seems immature. Likewise for his allies, yet cannot argue with their results. Conclusion, continue observation, attempt to cultivate relationships. Summary of future outlook. Grim. Imperial army remains insurmountable, open rebellion doomed. Leader Osorio Fenice, likely another fool like Colin Corax, unless concealing unknown advantage. Conclusion. Gather more information, redouble vigilance for Lady Marshall. Interesting, Leonard. Let's talk with him.
What is it? I thank you.
Can't.
Yes. You have my thanks.
Can't talk with Marshall either. Okay, where is Robin then? Let's check on the old refugee. Okay, nothing. Well, we need to talk to Francisco. But I want to check on... Oh yeah, I've already spoken with Robin. Derp. I want to go to the merchant porter. So let's do that, and then we'll end the episode. Hey, Captain, come take a look at this.
Welcome back.
Hello, hello. Oh, here's a new face. Well, now, here's a new face. Ah, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. You can call me Porter. You look like a young kid. Porter, huh? So what's all this you got here? Ah, straight to business. Here's a man who knows what he's after. Please let me show you my wares. Ah, okay. Ah, that's okay. I was just curious. Come on now, don't be shy. This stuff came from all over Benerio. Porter's got something for everyone. What's a merchant doing all the way out here? Aren't you worried about monsters? Hey, you know what they say. Everybody's gotta eat. Items worth risking your life for. Can't say I'm not curious. Merchants, you can buy and sell goods at the merchant stands. Each time they visit, merchants will have new wares to offer. You may even get a visit from Salma, the rare goods merchant. Interesting. Alright, let's check it out. Common sword, common bow. Oh, this is all stuff that I have. Okay, well, I'm gonna sell the sword. I don't need recovery potions. But I will buy one antidote, one poison pouch, one small strength, 3 small magics, 1 small defense, elixir. Alright, and we'll deal with equipping later. So yeah, this is where this episode ends, I think, unless General Goods Shop. I think that's just gonna put me right in front of him. Yep. Okay, so this is where this episode ends, but before it ends, let's talk with him. How's business?
Hi there.
So how's business out here in the wilderness? I do all right. Any decent traveling merchant requires only 3 things: people with coin, things they need, and the right location. As for people, I mainly do business with mercenaries, hunters, and soldiers. Yeah, with your gear, it makes sense. Naturally, they always know exactly what things they lack. And then all that's left is location. I don't mind telling you, the monsters helped out with that one. I just followed their tracks to your camp. They try to eat us, and you sell us bandages. It's smart. It is smart. If a little bit dishonorable. Alright. Well, this is where this episode ends. Next time, the final episode of this recording chunk, we will go talk with Francisco. Until then. I want to check. Ally, camp supporter, and just allies. Okay, so no updates to acquaintance or anything. That's a shame. Oh yeah, Leonard's report, and then the fresh stuff, which I'm probably going to make some changes to give a small magic elixir to both of our mages. Till next time.